Welcome to Grade 10 CBSE Mathematics class. I am Sudhi here. Today we are going to discuss about the chapter Statistics. Already we studied statistics in Standard 9 and we are familiar with the term related to statistics such as mean, mode, then median, then class interval, range, grouped data, ungrouped data, frequency, like that. All the terms related to statistics are already familiar. Right now in this chapter we want to do problems related to mean, mode and median, and we have to discuss with the grouped data. So how will you find the mean, how will you find the mode, how will you find the median using an equation? That's we want to find it out in this chapter. So directly we have to enter a problem such that we want to find out mean from this data. So what is the data given? The data given is the mark obtained by number of students. That means the mark obtained by some students in a classroom. So the marks are given, the students, total number of students is also given. That means that one student got exactly 10 marks in the exam. Again, one student got exactly 20 marks, three students got exactly 36 marks, like that. All the students and all the corresponding marks are given. We want to find out the mean using the data. So from this it is clear that it is an ungrouped data. So first of all, how will you find the mean using a simple method? Using a simple method we can calculate the mean. How will you calculate the mean using a simple method? Write this: marks obtained, marks, that is marks which is given by marks, then number of students, then number of students is given by fi and marks is given by xi, and we have to find out xi fi. Okay, so how many number of students are, number of marks obtained by 10, 20, 36, 40, 50, 36, 40, 50, 56, 60, 70, 56, 60, 70, 72, 80, 88, 72, 80, 88, 92, 95, 92, 95. Okay, I will arrange, right? 10, 20, 36, 10, same, because we have to write all the numbers in the same plane, that's why 10, 20, 36, 40, 36, 40, 50, 56, 60, 50, 56, 60, 70, 72, 70, 72, 80, 88, 80, 88, 92, 95, 92, 95. Okay, so all the corresponding values are given. We have to plot that values. Okay, number of students got 10 mark. 1, 1, 3, 4, 3, 2, 4, 4, 2, 4, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So xi and fi is given. Then xi fi, 10 into 1 is 10, 20 into 1 is 20, 36 into 3 is 108, 40 into 4 is 160, 50 into 3 is 150, 56 into 2 is 112, 60 into 4 is 240, 70 into 4 is 280, 72 into 1 is 72, 80 into 1 is 80, 88 into 2 is 176, 92 into 3 is 276, 95 into 1 is 95. Then we want to find out summation fi xi, that is the summation of all this. To eliminate the time lag, I will use the calculator to find out. You have to do manually in the exam. So 10 plus 20 plus 108 plus 160 plus 150 plus 112 plus 240 plus 280 plus 72 plus 80 plus 176 plus 276 plus 95. So summation fi xi is 1779 and summation fi total number of students is sum of this one 1 2 5 9 12 14 18 22 23 24 26 29 30. So the mean, simple calculation, the mean is average. Simply mean is, the simple equation is summation fi xi by summation fi, that is equal to 1779 by 30. So what is 1779 by 30? 1779 divided by 30 is 59.3. So this is the simple calculation to find out the mean. And right now we have to convert this ungrouped data into grouped data. Ungrouped data into grouped data, and then using an equation we have to find out the mean. Okay, we will check it out. How will you find out the ungrouped data into grouped data? I will already I can convert this ungrouped data into grouped data by assigning the class range or the class interval. Class interval and number of students. Number of students. So what is the class interval? You have to take any interval. You have to take the interval like 10 to 20 interval or 10 to 30 interval. If you take 10 to 20 interval, the next interval is 20 to 30, 30 to 40, like that. If you take 10 to 30, then 30 to 50, 50 to 70, 70 to 90, like that. So I will take an interval with the distance of displacement, or otherwise we have the length of 15. That is, first one is 10 to 15. So the next one is 50 to 10 to 25. We have to make an interval on the basis of 15 distance. As in the textbook, it is 10 to 25, 25 to 40. You have to make any interval, no problem regarding that. 25 to 40, 40 to 55, 55 to 70, 70 to 85, and the last interval is 85 to 100. So how many students got mark 10 and 25? So 10 and 25, how many students? 1, 2. 2 students got marks between 10 and 25. How many students got mark between 25 and 40? 3 plus 4, 7. So if you take this interval 40, which means that this 25 to 40, how many students got marks between 25 to 40? So you have to choose from 25 to 39, not including 40. 40 is in the next interval. So there will be two 40s. If any student score marks 40, exactly 40, you have to take in this interval. If any students got mark exactly 55, you have to take in this interval. If any students got mark exactly 70 marks, you have to take that 70, or you have to include that 70 in this interval, like that. So 25 to 40, how many students? Only 3 students. You have to include this 40 in this interval. Okay. So how many students got marks between 40 and 55? 4 plus 8, 7. How many students got marks between 55 and 70? 2 plus 4, 6. Is 70 included in this interval? No, 70 included in this interval. So 6. 70 to 85, 4, 1, 5, 6. 85 to 100, 2, 5, 6. So right now it is in the form of a grouped data. How will you find the mean? Using this grouped data, I will write class interval, then number of students, then xi, and finally number of students is given by the value fi, and xi, finally xi fi. How will you find xi? I will let you know. So first class interval is 10 to 25, then 25 to 40, 40 to 55, 55 to 70, 70 to 85, 85 to 100. Okay. 10 to 25, how many students? 2. 25 to 40, 3. 40 to 55, 7. 55 to 70, 6. 70 to 85, 6. 85 to 100, 6. So xi, how will you find out xi? Xi is the class interval, that is the mid of the class interval. How will you find the mid of the class interval? Lower limit plus upper limit by 2, that is 10 plus 25 by 2, that is 35 by 2 is 17.5 is the xi value. Here 65 by 2, lower limit plus upper limit by 2, average of the class interval, that is the value of xi. 40 plus 25, 65. 65 by 2 is 32.5. 55 plus 40, 95. 95 by 2 is 47.5. 70 plus 55, 125. 125 by 2 is 62.5. 85 plus 70, 185 plus 70 is 155. 155 by 2 is 77 by 0.5. 155 by 2 is 77.5. 100 plus 85, 185. 185 by 2 is 92.5. Is it correct? 185 by 2. That is 180 by 2 is 90. 5 by 2 is 2.5. 150 by 2 is 75. 75 plus 2.5 is 77.5. Correct. So we want to find out the value of XIFI. So I will use the calculator to find out the value. 17.5 into 2, 35. This is 35. 32.5 into 3, 97.5. Then 47.5 into 7, 332.5. 62.5 into 6, 375. 77.5 into 6, 465. Then 92.5 into 6, 555. So then you have to find out the value of summation xi fi. You have to add all these values. That is 555 plus 465 plus 375 plus 332.5 plus 97.5 plus 35. That is equal to 1860. Then you have to find out the value of summation fi, that is already you know 30. So the mean is mean x bar equal summation xi fi by 1860. That is sorry, summation fi xi by summation fi, that is 1860 by 30. That is equal to 1860 divided by 30, that is equal to 62. This is the value. 1860 by 30 is equal to 62. This method is called direct method. This method is called direct method. So this is the way of finding mean using direct method. Right now we want to discuss about assumed mean method. So we want to discuss about assumed mean method. So we will discuss assumed mean method right now. Moving to the assumed mean method. Next method is already we discussed the standard method, then the direct method. Right now we have to move to the last method to find out the mean is the assumed mean method. Already we have the grouped data, so we will convert that grouped data into another table such that first one is class interval, number of students, then xi value, then xi minus a value, which is called d, then finally d is equal to xi minus a value, d is equal to summation fi, that is xi minus a is called d value, then summation number of students is fi, summation fi into d. So I will tell you what is a and d. Okay, wait. So class interval is 10 to 25, 25 to 40, as we know, 40 to 55, 55 to 70, 70 to 85, and 85 to 100. Okay. What is fi? 2, 3, 7, 6, 6, 6. So what is the fi xi value? That is the class mark, the mid of this value. That is, this is 10, 25. 35 by 2 is 17.5. 65 by 2 is 32.5. 50 to 40 to 55, 90, 47.5. Then 55 to 70, 125 by 2 is 70, sorry, 50. 125 by 2 is 62.5. Then 150 by 2 is 77.5. Then 185 by 2 is 92.5. Okay, this all clear as in the previous question. We already done this. How will you find the value of a? Assumed mean a is 47.5. How will you get 47.5? Because you have to check the value of fi. The value of fi is maximum here. So the maximum value of fi you have to find out, and the corresponding value of xi is the value of a, that is assumed mean. Assumed mean, a is called the assumed mean. This is the method called assumed mean method. So we have to find out the assumed mean. How will you check? How will you find out the assumed mean? You have to check the column of fi and find the maximum value of fi. Here 2, 3, 7, 6, 6, 6. The maximum value of fi is 7. So corresponding value of xi you check, the corresponding value to 7 is 47.5. That 47.5 is the assumed mean. Then you have to find out the deviation. Deviation. D is the deviation. D is the deviation. How will you find the deviation? First deviation, xi minus a. Xi minus a is equal to d. So xi is 17.5 minus a is 47.5. 17.5 minus 47.5 is minus 30. So the deviation to the first value is minus 30. Second value is 32.5. What is the deviation? Xi minus a. 32.5 is the xi. A is 47.5. 32.5 minus 47.5 is minus 15. So third value is 47.5 itself, xi. Then minus, there is any deviation? No, because this is the assumed mean. So there will be no deviation, such that we have to prove that. So xi equal 47.5 minus a is also 47.5. 47.5 minus 47.5 is 0. 62.5 xi value. A is 47.5. A is constant. 47.5. 62.5 minus 47.5 is 50. 77.5 is the xi value. Minus a means xi minus a. 77.5 minus 47.5. That is 30. 92.5 minus 47.5. What is the value? 92.5 minus 47.5. That is 45. 45. This is the value. 92.5 minus 47.5. 47.5 plus 40 is 87.5. 87.5 plus 5 is 92.5. Check it. 17.5 minus 47.5 minus 30. 32.5 minus 47.5 minus 15. 47.5 minus 47.5 0. 62.5 minus 47.5 15. 77.5 minus 47.5 30. 92.5 minus 47.5 is 45. So we want to find out summation fi into d. Summation xi into d. Sorry, not it is fi, it is xi into d. Xi into d. It is not fi, summation xi into d. It is not fi into d, it is xi into d. So xi into d is 30 into, I will use the calculator to find out. The value is, it is not fi into d, I mistakenly accidentally write, it is summation xi into d. Okay, so first value is 30 into 17.5, that is 525. 525 minus is there, minus 525. Okay, minus 525, 525, 525. Then 15 into 32.5 minus 48, 487.5. Okay, 47.5 into 0 is 0. 62.5 into 15, that is 937.5. 77.5 into 30, 2325. 45 into 92.5, that is 4162.5. Okay, then you have to find out the value of d bar. D bar is the mean standard deviation. Standard deviation d bar equal summation xi into d by fi, that is summation fi, summation xi into d. We have to take the sum of all the values here, that is 937.5 plus 2325 plus 4162.5 equal 7425 minus 525 minus 487.5, that is 6412.5. 6412.5 divided by summation fi is 30, we know. 6412.5 divided by 30 is 213.75. 213.75. I will check once more. I will check. Sorry, I will check is the answer correct or not. Wait, I'll use the textbook to check. So one column is mistaken. So the column mistake is that here the column is mistaken. I'm sorry for the mistake. So I accidentally write that. So this column is not summation d into, this is summation d into, sorry, d into fi into d. So minus 30 into 2 is minus 60, minus 15 into 3 is minus 45, 0 into 7 is 0, 15 into 6 is 90, 30 into 6 is 180, 45 into 6 is 40 into 6, 45 into 6 is 270. 270. Okay, this is correct. FD into FI. Right now we want to find out the mean standard deviation. Mean standard deviation. Standard deviation d bar is equal to, standard deviation d bar equal summation dfi by fi, that is equal to 60 plus 45 plus, sorry, 90 plus 180 plus 270 minus 60 minus 45, that is 192 divided by fi is summation fi is 30. So 192 divided by 30 is 6.4. 6.4. So I will check once again. 90 plus 180 plus 270 minus 60 minus 45. It's 435. It is not 192. It is 435. 435. 90 plus 270 plus 270. 540. 540 minus 60 minus 45. It is 435. 435. 435 divided by 30. It's 14.5. 14.5. Okay. It's 14.5. So what is the mean? Mean using assumed mean is that mean x bar is equal to assumed mean a plus standard deviation d bar. A is already we find out 47.5 plus 14.5. 47.5 plus 14.5 is 62. So the mean is 62. Right now check it. So we have to find out the assumed mean. Assumed mean, how will you find the assumed mean? Check the table xi. What is the maximum value? The value corresponding to the maximum value is the assumed mean. After finding the assumed mean, find the deviation in each value. Deviation in each value, how will you find out xi minus assumed mean? After finding deviation, you have to find out d into fi, deviation into frequency. That is, each and every frequency is find out. And then you have to find out the standard deviation. How will you find the standard deviation? Summation of dfi by fi. Summation of fi. Find the sum of this value, find the sum of this value, divide it. Then you have to find the mean deviation. Then how will you find the mean? Mean deviation plus assumed mean is the mean. Mean deviation plus assumed mean is the mean. This is the assumed mean method. Okay. So moving to the next problem. So we want to find out the median from the given data. So we want to find out the median from the given data. So to find the median using an equation, there is an equation is written. Median is equal to L plus n by 2 minus Cf by f into h. That means L is the lower limit of the median class. L is the lower limit of the median class. So from the first step itself, you have a doubt such that how will you find out the median class? After finding the median class, we have to solve this equation. So later I tell you how will you find the median class. First of all, look into the equation only. So L is the lower limit of the median class. N by 2 means, n by 2 how will you find out? I will tell you. N by 2 is the final cumulative frequency by 2. Cf is the cumulative frequency of the preceding class. H is the class interval or the class size, and f is the frequency of the median class. So first of all, to complete the problem, we want to find out the cumulative frequency. How will you find out the cumulative frequency? How will you find out the cumulative frequency? That's all. Okay. In the class interval 0 to 5, how many students are there? 5 students are there. So there will be total number of 5 students. That is the cumulative frequency. 10 to 20, how many students are there? 3. So the cumulative frequency is 3 plus 5. So below 20, how many students are there? That is the cumulative frequency. Below 20, how many students are there? 8 students are there. Right? So 20 to 30, there will be 4 students. What is the cumulative frequency? Below 30, how many students are there? That is the cumulative frequency. 5 plus 3, 8 plus 4, 12. 30 to 40, 3 students. So the cumulative frequency is 15. Here 40 to 50, 3 students are there. How the cumulative frequency is 18. 50 to 64 students are there. The cumulative frequency is 22. 60 to 77 students, 29. 38, then 45, and finally 53. This is the cumulative frequency. How will you find the cumulative frequency? The first class interval, the cumulative frequency is the frequency itself. For considering the second class interval, the cumulative frequency is the frequency of the first interval plus second interval. If we consider the fourth interval, the cumulative frequency is first interval frequency plus second interval frequency plus third interval frequency plus fourth interval frequency. If you find the cumulative frequency of sixth class interval, how will you find the sixth class interval cumulative frequency? Frequency of the first plus frequency of the second plus frequency of the third plus 4 plus 5 plus 6. That is the cumulative frequency. For avoiding the confusion, I will draw a table. So this is the cumulative frequency. Then we have to find out the median class. How will you find the median class? Take the final cumulative frequency. Final cumulative frequency, at last the frequency is 53. At last the frequency is 53. So this is considered as n. So find the median class n by 2. Do n by 2. N by 2 is 53 by 2. 53 by 2 is, what is 53 by 2? 26.5. So check that in which class interval 26.5 included. Here 26.5 included in which class? Cumulative frequency. Here is 5, 8, 12, 15, 18, 22 is included in 50 to 60. We want 26.5. Here is 29. So here is 22 and here is 29. That means 26.5 is less than 29. So that means the 26.5 value is included in the class interval 60 to 70. So 60 to 70 is the median class here. This is the median class. Median class is 60 to 70. Okay. 60 to 70. Right now, as we know that L is the lower limit of the median class, n by 2 value already found, Cf is the cumulative frequency of the preceding class, F is the frequency of the median class, and H is the class size. Okay, as we know. Okay, what is L value here? L value, already we found out the median class. What is the L value? L value equal lower limit of the median class. Lower limit of the median class is 60. What is n by 2? N by 2 equal 26.5. Okay. What is CF? CF is the cumulative frequency of the preceding class. So this is the median class and this is the preceding class. So the cumulative frequency is 22. Cumulative frequency of the preceding class is 22. Then what is F? F is the frequency of the median class. What is the frequency of the median class? Frequency of the median class is 7. And what is H? H is the class size. Class size is 0 to 10. That means class size is 10. 10 to 20 the class size is 10. Everywhere the class size is same, 10. So we have to substitute this equation. Median M is equal to L plus, that is 60 plus n by 2, that is 26.5 minus CF is 22 divided by F is 7 into 10. That is 60 plus 26.5 minus 22 is 3.5 by 7. Is it correct? 26.5 minus 22 is 3.5. 3, it is 4.5. 4.5, not 3.5, it is 4.5. 4.5 by 7 into 10. That is 60 plus 4.5 by 7. That is 45 by 7. Do 45 by 7. 7, 6 are 42. 3.7 4s are 28. Remainder 2, 20. 7 2s are 42. So 0.64, like that. We'll check, confirm it with calculator. It is 0.64. 4.5 divided by 7. 4.5 divided by 7. 0.64. That is 0.64 into 10. 0.64 into 10 is 64. That is 60 plus 0.64 into 10 is 6.4. That is 60 plus 6.4 is 66.4. So the median of this class is 66.4 is the median. 66.4 is the median. How will you do that? So the equation for median is L plus n by 2 minus Cf by f into h, which means that L is the median class lower limit, n by 2 is the final cumulative frequency by 2 minus Cf is the cumulative frequency of the preceding class. That is, if we find out the median class, then the cumulative frequency of the preceding class is Cf, and f is the frequency of the median class, and h is the class size. So how will we find the median class? Check the final value of the cumulative frequency. If we divide it by 2, if it is an odd number, you have to divide by 2. If it is an even number, n plus 1 by 2. N plus 1 by 2. If it is an even number, that means it is 54, then 54 plus 1 by 2. That is the value. So this is the way to find the median. Okay. Now we are moving to find out the value of a mode. Okay. So moving to the next problem. We want to find out the mode from a given data. So this is the given data and we want to find out the mode. Just as simple as that, we have to use the equation. What is the equation to find out the mode? L plus f1 minus f0 by 2f1 minus f0 minus f2. Okay. What is L? L, as in the median class problem, L is the lower limit of the mode class or model class. And what is f1? F1 is the frequency of the model class. Look, f1 is the frequency of the model class. Then what is f0? F0 is the frequency of the preceding class. If we find out the model class, then the frequency of the preceding class is f0 and the frequency of the succeeding class is f2. So f1 is the frequency of the model class. Just below, f0 is the frequency of the preceding class, f2 is the frequency of the succeeding class. Then h is the class size. Okay, this is the equation for mode. So we first find out which one in the given data which is the model class. So how will you find the model class? Check the maximum frequency table. So number of families is maximum. In this table the maximum value is 8. So the number of families is maximum in this class interval 8. So 8 is the maximum value of the frequency. Okay. So corresponding to the frequency table, maximum frequency table, it is the class is mentioned. So this is the model class. How will you find the model class? Check the frequency table and find out the maximum frequency in the table. The corresponding class interval is the model class. So this is the model class. So we have to substitute this equation. So mod equal lower limit of the model class. L is the lower limit of the model class, that is 3 plus f1 is the frequency of the model class. What is the frequency of the model class? 8 minus f0 is the frequency of the preceding class. What is frequency of the preceding class? 7 by 2f1, that is 2 into f1 is the frequency of the model class 8 minus f0. F0 is the frequency of the preceding class 7 minus f2 is the frequency of the succeeding class. What is the frequency of the succeeding class? 2 into what is the class size? Class size is 1 to 3, 3 to 5, 5 to 7. That class size is 2. So mod equal 3 plus 8 minus 7 is 1 by 2 into 8 is 16 minus 7 minus 2 into 2. That is 3 plus 1 by 16 minus 7 minus 2 is minus 9. 16 minus 9 is, what is 16 minus 9? 16 minus 9 is 7 into 2. That is 3 plus, what is 1 by 7? 1 by 7, I will check. Or otherwise we have to do manually. 1 by 7, 0.0. 1, 7, 3, 0. 4, 0.14. 28, 2, 0, 2, 0.14. Like take 2 decimal points. 0.14 into 2. 0.14 into 2 is 0.28. 0.28. That is equal to 3 plus 0.28. That is equal to 3.28. So the mode is 3.28. So how will you find the mode? The equation is L plus f1 minus f0 divided by 2f1 minus f0 minus f2 into h. What is L? L is the lower limit of the model class. F1 is the frequency of the model class. F0 is the frequency of the preceding class. F2 is the frequency of the succeeding class, and H is the class size. So this is the equation to find out the mode. How will you find the model class? Check the table of the frequency and find out where is the maximum frequency located. Corresponding to the maximum frequency, the class interval is termed as the mode class. So how will you find the lower limit of the model class? Lower limit, and this is the upper limit. This is the lower limit of the model class, and this is the preceding class, and this is the succeeding class. Using that value, we can find out the mode. This is the way to find out the mean, mode, and median in the case of statistics chapter. We will discuss more problems later. Right now, with respect to the time, I will do I already do 3 problems. We will do more problems in the succeeding classes, and that's all about the chapter. That's the all about the body of the chapter, statistics. So see you in the next class with another chapter. Right now, I am Sudhi here, signing off from this chapter and from the class. We will see you later, and all the best for your exam and all the best for your next classes. So right now, I am signing off. See you in the next class with another chapter.